So in terms of talking about phrasing, I found that the more technique I have, I become more of my biggest enemy in terms of my phrasings. I gotta be cognizant I'm not going off like a machine gun like a lot of these 1980s sax players or 1970s, 80s, and even 90s. I'm not gonna name any names, but let's just say it's just forget about it. Anyways, for a piano player, it's even worse because you can just breathe with your nose or mouth and you can just play forever. So if we go back and listen to such of the great players as, if you even take Errol Garner as a perfect example, Ahmad Jamal, young Bud Powell, Barry Harris always did it. I think Barry Harris's phrasing is just incredibly genius. It never went off like young Oscar Peterson was absolutely amazing, but then I think the older he got to a certain point, especially in the 60s where his technique was at its peak, I think in the 60s, I just thought he played too many notes. It was just insane. I think Barry Harris right up to the day he died was an incredible master of economy when it comes to like playing notes and not going crazy, because he also has incredible technique. So anyways, one thing I did learn in a lot of my classes with Barry over the years was verbal phrasing in your head or even out loud. So it's basically scatting, right? So bop, boop, so if I'm playing, then I would have to fill it in. So like, so I went to fill in that gap. After a while, it gets really tiring. It's almost easier sometimes just to do in your head, but I think saying it out loud really aligns you with your rhythm. So I'm just And then there's this thing about Bud Powell. A lot of people say when you phrase, you come in on the weak beats or the upbeats. Bud came in on the downbeats a lot in his phrasing. It's like ba ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba 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 da ba da ba da. So there's this thing about having the music sound like you're dancing. I mean, I think that's the most important part. If it can sound like people can dance to it, that's the real deal. It's just like all muscle memory, so it starts to sound like the same stuff all the time, which is hard. You got to come up with new. I think the easiest thing, thank God for Barry, is just opening up my eyes on 1 and 5. That's it.